Namaskaram, Ashok Vyas. It's a very, very important day. We are all set to meet Santa Claus. And there is a Santa Claus in all of us who we want to work with us throughout 2025. How we work with the opportunity which will be given by the new year depends on the way we embrace it. Yeah. There is a term that is manifesting, and what do you want to manifest in 2025? We will talk about that, how significant it is that 21st December was observed as World Meditation Day. And is there any correlationship between meditation and manifestation? We will talk about that also. But I have the pleasure of welcoming two wonderful community leaders, should I say, entrepreneurs, should I say, or friends, should I say. Let's say all of them. Sheetal ji and Paresh ji, namaste, swagat hai aapka.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
So, Paresh ji, as we always say, ladies first. So, I'll begin with Sheetal ji. And
Absolutely.
whenever we are on the threshold of welcoming a new year, there is certain excitement. And as we are talking just a day before Christmas, talk to me about how your mind starts developing a structure to make the most of the year.
नमस्कार अशोक जी, दिस इज़ अ वंडरफुल अपॉर्चुनिटी कि आज हम न्यू ईयर्स ईव पे, आई मीन क्रिसमस ईव पे साथ में माय फेवरेट पीपल आर इन वन फ्रेम एंड यस मैनिफेस्टेशन की बात तो बाद में करते हैं, पर आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड कि बच्चे मिलने वाले हैं, पूरा फैमिली एक साथ होगा, सबकी छुट्टियां हैं, ऑफिस बंद है, मज़े की ज़िंदगी है. सो दैट्स माय रोज फॉर द डे. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी एंड एक्साइटेड कि सब पूरा फैमिली एक साथ मिलेंगे और क्रिसमस से न्यू ईयर तक सब एंटरटेन करेंगे एक दूसरे को.
Very good. So let me take it from the word happiness. And Paresh, happiness varies for people to people based on their priorities. Many times we are not clear what is it that will make us happy. And we kind of toe the lines of people who either are perceived as the leaders, they could be in the family or in the business world, etc. So, how to be clear? Because different people have different meanings of the word success and happiness.
So I have always distinguished this in two terms, which I really always like to say. One is success, and the second one is satisfaction. And satisfaction is my own measure of where I am versus where I would like to be. And success is what others define of where I should be or where I need to be. And I think that happiness lies in the satisfaction part, because success, you're never going to be able to meet everyone else's expectation of you. But what you can aspire for is to be able to reach your own level of fulfillment, completion, uh, and that in a way can lead you to satisfaction, which in turn can lead to happiness. I would like to add one more sentence to this, that uh, satisfaction also has a lot to do with acceptance. And in often in many situations, you aspire, but you might not necessarily be at that point of aspiration, and it's not because of where what you are missing or where you have lacked. And I think that also, that acceptance also leads to a sense of happiness and completion. So I think aspire for satisfaction, and happiness shall follow in its footsteps.
Beautifully put. Very profound thought, Pariji, but allow me to, in the spirit of trying to understand further. So these are two different ways, Shitalji, as Pariji has described it. Satisfaction has something to do with introspection. So it is your inner kind of way to measure where you are, and that leads to happiness. And as per him, success is that which is being defined by others. And if I take the liberty of, as we say, I beg to differ. Well, I think so if you are satisfied, then also you need to. I don't know how to. It's slightly confusing. So let me take this confusion to you, Sheetalji, because if you are satisfied, you will not work towards manifesting something bigger than what it is already there with you. Then he also used the word accepting. So we will go there later on. But in your case, when you are happy and you are satisfied, yet you want to grow. So how this equation works out, Sheetalji?
So you're putting these two different prospects. One is your personal happiness. If you're looking at personal happiness and satisfaction, you accept where you are and then you move forward from that level. Going back to business, if you're, Paresh, she was mentioning how you're manifesting. That's a different situation where you think that, okay, I want to be at this level, but I am better than what I was yesterday. So that's where I feel that my success is, where I measure myself to myself 5 years ago, myself 10 years ago, and myself 15 years ago. I don't measure at my next door neighbor being any more successful than I am because I'm happy where I am. And that's where my goal is. But again, I do need to manifest higher. So this way, and I've always seen since my school years, college years, I would say everything that I feel that I want, if I manifest, I 100% get it. Whether it is, your blessings from your parents, blessings from Lord, everything turns around and the universe connects the right people to you. So manifestation has a very, very important role in, I believe, my life.
So, as Pariji, when you refer to satisfaction, I mentioned introspection. That is somewhere related to meditation also. The way meditation is like you are focusing your mind on something, and of course, there are deeper meanings to meditation. But in the context that we are talking about manifestation, how important do you think it is to be in a position where you can have stillness of mind so that you get to the sense of clarity about what is it that you aspire so that you can focus your energy and how that process works for you personally if you share some of your secrets, Parezi.
So I must admit to you that meditation is a very challenging process for me personally, because to be able to still my constantly jumping mind from one place to another has been a perpetual challenge. And two things constantly happen with me. One is I jump from one spot to another, or I end up falling asleep, really, very honestly, because when the thought process is slowed down, then automatically the peace kind of comes inside, and that relaxation kind of sometimes tends to put me to sleep. But where it does lead in a very, very organized way, I think meditation and leads to. So you I have also kind of seen that you could either you can meditate if meditation works for you. You can journal if journal works for you. Journaling can do an equally good thing for you, and I find for me journaling tends to be a little better than meditation, because when I write, I think the action kind of the flow kind of puts my thoughts in a better manner together. So there are multiple ways in which you could get that that evenness of flow in your mind, and that's what meditation is central to. But I would say that there is a uh, there is a there in our ancient culture, there is a importance given that the thoughts that you have, there is a space in between the thoughts that you have, and real peace is there in between that space, and meditation helps us discover that space. So even if you go through the Dampad, which is the book of of the Gautam Buddha, in which the entire process of Gautam Buddha, from Gautam becoming the Buddha, is explained. He explains how the entire slowing down of the mind takes place, and each thought becomes individually distinct. But in between that thought, that empty spot, is where the eternal peace is. So I don't believe that at this point I'm anywhere close to that kind of attainment. but at the same time, the slowing down of the thoughts leads to better focus and leads to me having a better approach or a more cleaner approach to everything that I do.
Beautiful, very, very nice. And Sheetalji, this brings us to a very interesting space where we are looking at the overlap of generally many times we assume that spirituality is something else and material prosperity or focusing on wealth creation is something else. But many thought leaders are coming up with ideas where they kind of see both of them uh, joining hands somewhere. So as Pariji was mentioning, that space between the thoughts, and so these are the ideas which you would not usually think have any place in the corporate world or in the boardroom, etc. But I think we are moving towards a better understanding of manifesting how our inner resources would also come into play. In your case, if you take some concrete example, let's say you, as we are aware, are offering very important service to people. Then you have one office, then you go to another office. So how that thought process takes place? It is, of course, a way to grow, but how uh, the stare of one thought leading to another, etc. Kindly share something on those lines.
So let me understand your question properly. You're saying that when you're multitasking.
No, no. Let me very briefly try to rephrase what I said. What space in your mind guides you in conceiving of expanding your business or going to have another location, etc.
So expansion of business is as you said, you manifesting. I wanted to be able to provide services in different locations, different areas, different people, and also be able to reach there for the even everyone that even cannot come to us. We even go to their homes now. So things like that we did want to expand our services. We're able to do much more. But when you said I have to focus on, so I would say I'm on one particular day. If you want to see me, I'll be at this location from this to this time. And timeliness is important. I would say if I put that time aside for you, you also should have that time aside for you for your own health. So I have to limit myself. I can't be jumping around between three different places. However, um, to expand, you have to let go of your freedom of enjoying your life. So um, I enjoy what I do, and it really gives me more of a pleasure of helping more people in the time frame that I have. And with two hands, I cannot do much. So if I have 16 more hands to help me, I will be able to do much more and get to my goal faster.
So there are multiple factors that contribute in what we call as manifestation of success. That includes team building, proper team building. But Pareshi, mentor or the role of mentor is also important. Even before that, I want you to share your take on how different experiences, which are not necessarily related to your work. If, for example, in your case, you have been a part of some, for a distant viewer, a crazy kind of race like Spartan race or whatever. So one would not think that a financial professional who is academic oriented or giving lectures would go out and kind of experiment. Or talk to me how these activities, which are not directly related to understanding your work or business oriented theme, help you in overall growth.
Yes, I think the pertinent question is what are you doing to challenge yourself, and that kind of proves to you over a period of time that your limitations are the ones that you place on yourself. And I think that what has happened for me with my journey towards, so I was a very big couch potato, and used to mostly enjoy, my biggest pleasure in life was sitting in front of a television and watching a movie, or going to a theater and watching a movie, and maybe eating some caramel popcorn at that time, loaded with some butter. I still enjoy doing that, but what changed during the pandemic was my desire to get out of that, break out of that mold. And as I kept challenging myself, I found that this unique opportunity, it presented a challenge, and I got a couple of young partners who were willing to be there with me in that journey, and support me. And what it did for me, it helped me shatter some mental barriers, that you cannot do this or you cannot attain this. And when I was able to attain it, even partially, as they say, you aim for the sky, and you at least hit the top of the tree, so I was able to do that in the race, and that kind of opened me, that I can set higher goals in every aspect of my life. I can aim for more. I can aim for better relationships, better friendships, better goals in my business, and that has helped me tremendously to have the inner strength to target that.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I appreciate that, Paridi, and the way you have articulated it. If I take the liberty of rephrasing it in the context of upcoming New Year, and many of us are in the process of making New Year resolutions. So when you challenge yourself and you manage to do what you set out to do, the target or the task, in this case, the race, etc., it is not just that one instance. It is the inner confidence which then gets manifest in different ways, as Pariji mentioned. Now, talking about confidence and creativity and the role of a mentor in our lives, many times, Sheetalji, if you have a correct guide, someone who knows more than you either, or the way he communicates, you feel empowered with a sense of confidence or clarity, etc. How significant is that mentor, and if it is important, where to find that? What would be your advice, maybe with personal experience or observation? And then we'll go to Paresh.
So mentors, like who you are, the company you keep. So the five people that you flock around with is where you are going to be. So if you are with the five good people that you want to be like, you would, that's what I would think. So next year, I mean, new year resolution, I want to be with the people that I want to be like. But I am already seeing myself. I want to be like me, but a better me, better version of me. So mentorship is definitely important. You want to be in, you want to be following footsteps of somebody who you look up to for advice, for guidance. And as mostly you've said, if anyone that would be little more educated, not little more knowledge about the topic or the question that you have, they would be more than willing to share that if you ask a question. For example, if I don't know something about iPhone for that matter, I would ask my son and he would know better than me, and he would more than be happy to explain me. If I need a financial advice, I will ask Pareshi. If I need a media question, I would ask you. So anyone that has a little more knowledge in that subject would be more than happy to answer that one question for you. And so you will not be stuck, at least, with not knowing the right answer, or at least they will try for it. And I believe that it's nothing wrong in asking for help if you need a help. I have HR related questions, I ask my friends. I have business related questions, I ask my friends. Simple IRS questions, I ask friends. It's better to ask a professional, but also friends have much better because they've been that route already. They know what to do.
Very well.
So
Professional or friend, whosoever you feel is helping at that particular point, and very important that we are willing to learn and we are not shy of asking, as Sheetalji mentioned. Now, I'm asking you, Pareshji, mentor means a lot actually in terms of the overall journey of growing exponentially. And if you want to scale up at a faster pace, then you need someone who is expert professionally, who knows where what would help, understanding about your personality, etc. You have been through that experience. Share how important role it has played, and if I also add any book that comes to your mind, which in this reference has been of help, or which you may feel like recommending.
Yeah, so I think that I've been very fortunate that when I started off in my career in this industry, I was a person adopted me as his mentee, and he kind of taught me the ropes of this business. Uh, and Ashokji, I would be I would be very the first to admit that I wouldn't even know how to dress for success in my profession till he taught me how to do that. So to be able to recognize that a person is can do good things, and then to be able to guide that person in a loving way is something that a mentor can do for you. And I was fortunate that I had somebody who helped me in the early days to be able to get past those initial bumps. And as you move forward, you want to, as Sheetal correctly said, that as you move forward, you want to embrace that higher level. So you want to find people who you feel will take you into your next stage of your journey. Not that the older person is any lesser, but that the next stage of the journey might need other people. I particularly remember the day Tiger Woods won his first US Masters. He fired his coach because he knew that he needed somebody else to take him to the next stage. And I don't necessarily say that you fire the person, but you do need to embrace the next level. And I've been fortunate that after that I had a coach. So that's a professional coach versus a mentor. And the professional coach I worked with for almost 13 years. And he really helped transform the way I would approach my business and my personal life, and kind of align the two. And that really was able to kind of enhance that overall sense of satisfaction, because you can't be, like, say, happy in your business and then unhappy in your personal life, or happy with what you're doing in one way or the other. Happiness is that overall accomplishment, satisfaction feeling. And I think that my coach really helped me get there. And so one of the things that I'd really like to emphasize here at this moment, which my coach taught me, but which Sheetal really talked about earlier, is this: when you're expanding your business, it's not about you. Everyone thinks it's about you. You want to expand your business because you want to make more money. You want to, have a bigger house. It's not about that. It's about that as time has gone by and you become a better practitioner of your craft, you want to be able to take that craft to more and more people. And that's what expansion is about. And so I think that when you're going from one level to another, the mentor slash coach really helps you in that journey to be able to take your craft to more and more people and to serve the community better.
Beautiful. We all want to serve the community better, and I think when we change, or there is a shift in the way we perceive, and it is not just me, it is what I am offering, and that requires a lot of interaction with someone whom you trust. So I will say that trust is an important, valuable asset, and having confidence in yourself as well as having people around you whom you can trust, or at least few people or one or two people, because as in Hindi we have heard akela chana wo kya nahi phod sakta bhad nahi phod sakta, something. So you need a sense of togetherness that adds joy as well as adds the sense of celebration. And when we have any festival, if you are alone, you feel that you are missing out. etc. So, as Sheetalji mentioned in the beginning, as we conclude, Sheetalji, 2024, if you reflect one thing that you learned new in this year, is there anything that comes to your mind?
So me and my daughter decided to go on a trip, solo trip, like combined mother-daughter trip, and we went ATV riding in Sahara Desert. Was
Wow.
not on my bucket list, but I made it. So my daughter kept saying, "Mom, you can do it. I know you can do it." And sure enough, in the middle of Sahara Desert, the two of us riding like doomed to. So that itself was a big challenge, big accomplishment. We were very very happy that we did it, and that brought me to the point that it's celebration of life, celebration of every day. Money will stay in the bank account, but those relationships, those memories that that child will have forever, will is there's no comparison to it.
Absolutely. And somehow we
I
lost
think
the.
my daughter.
Okay, she came back. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Mhm.
those are the things, the memories that she will keep forever. Because I know what I my parents are not around anymore, but the little memories that I have that are happy moments is what I remember more of.
Beautiful. So I'll just take it to one phrase which is universally applicable, and that is we should look towards 2025 with consciously creating good memories. Memories, as you mentioned. And in 30 seconds, Paresh, if you have thought about doing something new or a new challenge that you would like to face um, willingly in 2025, Paresh.
There are so many I cannot. I think because each year I make a very big list and then I attain only one or two out of it. But I think this year it's probably uh, there is an one of the big aims that I have, which might probably happen this year, but I don't think it'll happen in 25. I think it'll take it to 26. Is to try to do some trekking on some high level, and that is one thing I really want to do. And then the other thing that I think this year is also going to be the year in which want to spend some time traveling to Africa. So let's see what comes out of all of this.
Absolutely.
End
So,
of the day,
yeah.
spending time with family is the most important thing.
So one of the many thoughts that I have is I would like to have such wonderful conversations which add value to our friends whosoever uh, is towards the other side. And as we conclude, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Happy New Year in advance also, with lots and lots of thanks to Sheetalji and Paresh with good wishes, and thanks to all of you for being a part of this journey of interacting and enlightening myself with you with the help of both of them. So,
Thank you
thanks.
so much. Happy
Thank you very
holidays and
much, and
appreciate it.
Happy, happy, happy holidays.